What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react to some of the worst drivers in the UK. So, as an American, I can definitely say that a lot of people here in the United States are terrible drivers. So I thought it'd be both entertaining and perhaps a bit therapeutic to see some of the worst drivers in the UK and what they're like. So let's take a look at some of these. This is a video by Road Morons, which is a very appropriate name for this. So let's take a look.
Okay, now as you can see, this car's approaching the back of the traffic queue, but that means nothing to the driver of the Golf. The driver
What are you
has got
doing?
the intelligence of a pile of used tissues that you'd find under any teenage boy's bed. Just uses the pavement as Grandma Josephine would use it on a mobility scooter.
What? I'm actually really surprised to see this in the UK in particular. I wouldn't be totally shocked. Like, don't get me wrong. This is bad. This is really bad. Somebody could have been walking on the pavement. Someone could have been walking around the corner. They had no idea. They could have hit a person. This is really horrible the more I think about it. But I wouldn't be shocked to see this here in the United States. But in the UK, I've always heard that you guys really respect queuing and waiting and being very orderly. So I'm a little surprised to see this, but there's bound to be a couple crazy people no matter what country you're in, right? So that's I don't know what's wrong with people who do something like this. They must think that their time is more valuable or more important than everyone else's if you're just going to drive around all the other cars that are waiting like they're supposed to be. That's really bad.
Mel, got this clip from Barry V, and as you can see, the barriers for the level crossing are coming down, but that means nothing for these pair of real yolkless eggs, as they just...
Oh my god. This is actually, terrifying. Oh my god. While the crossing bar thing is closing, he is trying to drive across the... Is this a railroad or a train tracks? Either way, you do not do this. No matter how much of a hurry you're in, you could get hit by a train.
Keep on going, and now they're stuck at the second barrier there. They've seen the lights flashing, they heard the bells ringing, and they got confused because their last job was ringing the bells in Notre Dame.
Oh,
and now he's trying to reposition the barrier, in which he's not doing a very good job of it. And if you notice, he's wearing high vis, exactly what you want to be wearing when you're committing criminal damage in broad daylight. And there goes the barrier, hasta la
Oh my god, dude!
And there they go, gone like a robber's dog.
Wow. What is wrong with some people? They not only broke the law and put themselves in danger, then they commit the crime, then get out of their car like they're being inconvenienced. So, oh, they're the one that's inconvenienced by this big metal arm that's in their way. He starts pushing it up, and then they break it. They just break it off and drive away. This is, honestly, it feels like a lot of this crazy road behavior is caused by people that are just in too much of a hurry. Is your wife giving birth or something? What are you in such a hurry for?
And here comes the robber's dog, and he's definitely gone. Got this clip from Raymond.
Wait, what was that? Wait, what was that?
A robber's dog. And here comes the robber's dog, and he's definitely gone.
Was that their dog? That dog needs to get a new owner, because their owner sucks and literally vandalized this public property.
Got this clip from Raymond. Keep your eye on the silver BMW in the right hand lane. Does a classic BMW driver manoeuvre of just cutting straight across. He's so dumb if ever he gets...
Whoa, wait a minute. Okay. I gotta be honest here. For me, as an American, everything that I'm seeing here is reversed because in the UK, you guys drive on the left side of the road. So everything is kind of backwards. I'm not even really sure what happened here.
Does a classic.
Okay, let's watch it one more time.
Got this clip from Raymond. Keep your eye on the
Okay, they're driving down the road.
silver BMW in the right hand lane. Does a classic BMW driver maneuver of just cutting straight across.
What? This is scary because this is like the most common type of thing. Just the most generic, stupid driving. Where they're not in a hurry, they just can't even make a simple turn. They can't even just turn left like a normal person. How did they get their driver's license? Like, how did they exist as a driver on the road their whole life up until this point? If you do, these really get me kind of worked up because, here in the United States, no matter where you live, like, I think Americans are pretty, like, aggressive, pretty unpredictable, bad drivers. There's a lot of honking. There's a lot of, I can't tell you the amount of times I've had to move my car, like in this situation, to avoid being hit by somebody.
W in the right hand lane. Does a classic BMW driver maneuver of just.
Why didn't you just stay in your... There's 2 lanes to go into. Why? What? This seems so incredibly avoidable.
Cutting straight across. He's so dumb, if ever he gets skint, he'll sell his car to get petrol money.
At least they stopped. Like, I bet there's some people in the US who would do that and just drive away.
Now, someone who never has to worry about petrol is this next liberty-taking idiot in this clip from Andrew J. He never has to worry about sitting in traffic queues either. Why do you sit in traffic queues when you're in a Tesla? It's the same as BMW driving. It just don't happen. You just go up the outside and then just cut across. There he goes. Snivelling piece of... Yeah, Tesla. I'll tell you what it stands for. Remember this one. Taking every single liberty available. Good.
And you know what? I'm actually kind of glad that they included a clip like that. Because that's like less obvious. That's just like such a... Talk about something that happens like every day, all the time. Especially here. That's a classic, honestly, here in the US. That's a classic. Like there's a line of cars and people go into the next lane and they drive past everybody and then cut back into the lane. Everyone else was waiting their turn and there's people who just drive by in an open lane. Like, they must know what they're doing. There's no... but it just goes back to people not respecting other people's time or safety, really. Jeez.
A clip from Alex B, and as you can see, there's a bit of frost on the ground in this parking space. You always want to take it easy. What you do unless you've got the brain the size of a boil on a pig's arse. No, that car's proper cattle truck. Don't be hard on the driver, though.
You know what? Good for them for not smashing into another car. If you're gonna drive that fast onto like a sheet of ice, here in the U.S., and yeah, I like to make these comparisons because it's kind of interesting to me. Here in the U.S., we don't get very intense winters or snow for the most part, you know. So we're not very good at driving on the ice and snow. So people are very, very cautious, I think. But then you get people like this who are just driving full speed onto a sheet of ice. What do you expect to happen?
Got a soft heart. He's also got the soft head to match driving like that when there's ice on the ground. What a donut. Got this clip from David Kane. He's following this black car.
That's such a British insult to call someone a donut. Okay.
The driver who's got the intelligence of a washing line peg goes straight through the red light and nearly gets done in the door by the white car there.
I almost didn't even notice because this car made going through a red light look so natural. Like they do it all the time. They didn't even hesitate. I didn't even notice.
Intelligence of a washing line peg goes straight through the red light and nearly gets done in the door by the...
See, I feel like I and a lot of people can relate to being the white car. The car that's always looking out for crazy drivers, and they actually managed to avoid crashing into somebody. They would have been totally justified in hitting that car because who expects somebody to run a red light? But I feel like I'm always on edge a little bit, like this guy in the white car, and they actually stopped. They actually managed to stop and avoid a collision. Good for them.
White car there. That driver never lets his mind wander because it's far too small to be let out.
And then they just like keep it. Has this happened to anyone else where there's just someone blatantly breaking the law driving, and you just avoid them, swerve out of the way, avoid a catastrophe, and then you don't even get like mad or yell at them. You just drive away and shake your head. Like it's too ridiculous.
Alone. Got this kid from Big Olives, and he's just been overtaken by some idiot who's got the same amount of electrical activity in his brain as a stiff lion in the mall. Then the police go flying past.
I do appreciate the road morons commentary here. Wow, so this is like a police chase in the UK.
On the wrong side of the carriageway, they're going faster than Auntie Ethel goes up to the co-op when they got buy one get one free on tenner ladies incontinence pants. He ain't going so fast now, that's for sure.
That is so satisfying. Oh, what I would give for that to happen more, like for me specifically, when you're driving. Man, there's a lot of times when I'm on the highway and I am going over the speed limit. Not like speeding recklessly, but you're allowed to go like 5 or 8 miles per hour over the speed limit. That's like okay to do. And so I'm going as fast as you are legally allowed to go. And there's still people passing me. There's still people flying by me, like this guy. But there's never any police around. So this is like very satisfying.
The carriageway.
This is very satisfying. I feel like this rarely happens like this.
Tenner ladies incontinence pants. He ain't going so fast now, that's for sure. Got this clip from Janice W, and we got this truck trying to do the left out of it. The only problem.
Okay. What is? Again, everything is like backwards to me. The side of the road is backwards. So what is going on here? We are on the left side of the road. That's correct. This guy, what is this truck doing?
Only problem is there's a bollard in the way, but the truck goes full Chuck Norris mode onto the bollard, and the bollard has had to yield. The bollard's fully yielded, and that truck has left that bollard more smashed than Peter Schofield's Office Junior.
Oh my God, this poor barrier pipe. Oh my God. You know, I get that in like small areas, you don't have a lot of room to maneuver. It's actually a very, very like impressive skill that truck drivers have to maneuver in cities and stuff. But it is a skill. Like you have to be patient and accurate. You can't do this.
Oh, full Chuck Norris mode onto the bollard, and the bollard.
Oh my God, this is somebody who works at what is this company? Iveco? This is like an employee at some company that's destroying public property.
Peter Schofield's Office Junior.
Oh my God.
Got this clip from Brian Bean. Now keep your eye to the left where the red arrow is. You're going to see a fast moving car. Well, he's not moving fast now.
Oh my God. Are we allowed to show this? Is this guy okay? Did he just go flying out of his windshield? Like that was a very abrupt stop. Was he parking in his driveway at like record speed? What was that?
We need a steward's inquiry. Okay, so at this point, the idiot's going faster than what Katie Price's priest runs out of church when he knows she's coming for confession, and he just plants it straight into Bob's new garden store.
Usually I can kind of give a guess of what they're thinking or I have no idea what this person was trying to do.
Storage box where he keeps his fly mower and other assorted gardening tools. And as can be seen, thick brown gas is being expelled from the confines of the driver's underpants.
Oh my God. I really have no clue what this person was trying to do.
Oh my giddy aunt.
Kitty
Got
arm.
this kit from Edison. You find him on that Edis 1975 on X. And what you got here is a guy in a
What is
Mercedes.
this?
He was obviously cycling. Now he's driving again, but his mind hasn't transitioned over to back to driving again. So
What on earth is going on here? For one thing, if you're like in busy traffic, you should almost never be going backwards, right?
so he's tried to drive down the cycle lane, and this cyclist ain't.
Oh, wow. Okay, this is like very British because this is like you guys have like cycling lanes. We sometimes we have like bike lanes in the US, but not really in busy city area. Well, maybe if you go to like a big city like New York City or sure. But anyway, I didn't even know he was breaking a law here. I don't know all these markings on the ground and okay, he's driving in the bike lane. And somebody on a bike is like enforcing their own justice on them or
Having none of it. I'm not saying he ain't got much upstairs, but last time he went to see a mind reader, he got a refund. Here's another one.
wait, what? And it's also weird because the car has a bicycle on it. Like you'd think they would know better. This is a weird one.
One who's definitely never going to need a mind reader, because a mind reader would have more to read on a
What is this? What is this?
record than reading this idiot's mind. Look at him, a proper bellend stuck
How does this even happen?
on a bell. You can't make this up. Any midwives out there, please, when you deliver newborn babies, please make sure they have enough oxygen, because this is the end result years down the line.
Oh my God. Okay. What are they parked on right now? I don't even understand what they are parked on. What is this thing?
If brains were hand soap, this idiot wouldn't have enough to wash a mouse's testicle.
How do you even do this?
Good God.
It's kind of whatever they did, it's like kind of poetic justice because now it's like they're stuck there. It's kind of like very embarrassing.
Now, stand on the theme of the mouse's testicle. That happens to be the exact same size of this idiot's brain. He's going down through Hyde Park, driving in a segregated cycle lane. But give it.
What? What is this? Yeah, this looks like a path, like a sidewalk or pavement, but it's actually the bicycle lane again. Okay, I'm learning. You guys have a lot of like bicycle lanes, a lot more than here in America, I think, which is great because not a lot of Americans like actually walk or get on bikes. So that's cool. You guys actually have this, but it's kind of scary because it seems to be very tempting for like horrible drivers to just drive on this stuff.
Give him a break. This poor guy still can't work out. Every day he used to go to school. His parents used to write a different address in the back of his blazer.
What? This car isn't even like speeding. I think this car thinks they are on a road, which they're honestly like I wonder if they're an American because I could see a lot of Americans making this mistake because to me that does look like just another part of the road or so, oh my God, oh boy. But I think with that's a good place to stop. This is like very oddly very entertaining, sort of therapeutic because I see there are bad drivers everywhere in the world, not just the United States, but also, watching this stuff just also gets you worked up. It gets you worked up, but you kind of love to hate it in a weird way. So anyway, if you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on any of this horrible driving. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to the UK and seeing things in the UK I've never seen before, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.